Assalamualaikum and welcome everyone here. Today we gather because we want to discuss about something that happened in our company. Actually, it's about misuse of electronic device in our company. Uh, there's many report have been tell by the manager, and we actually have to discuss what is the factor and what's the consequences and what solution we can give. For me, I think the factor that make this thing happen actually there's no one to monitor the electronic device, and it actually make a lot of staff take opportunity to use it outside their working hour. Maybe they use it for personal and actually they don't want to buy the device. They just use the company one. Do you guys agree about this, or you guys have any idea about that?
Um, for me, your point is you have a good point, but for my point of view, so from my point of view, the issue the factors may be because of the lack of engagement in work. So when employee are not busy or they have some times there are sometimes that doesn't that they don't they doesn't have a work, so they feel uh, they start using their phone or computer for other things, so they get easily distracted, and they may scroll through social media, watch video or play games just to pass the time. This happen because they are not fully focused and or motivated to do their work. So how about you guys?
For me, I think you also have a good point, but I also think it's not just an employee's fault. It also can be a company's when they have the lack of awareness about the rules and also the lack of the policy in the company itself. So if the company doesn't tell you that you cannot do this, you cannot use the electronic device. So the employees will use it without knowledge, without the full knowledge of the company use. So I think that is my point. So is there anyone else that have a good point for the factor?
Mm, I think I agree with you, Daniel, but I also have my other reason. Another factor is that some employees are using company devices for personal stuff like gaming or social media during work hours. Sometimes, when there is no strict rule or supervision by other highest up management, the employees get too comfortable and they might think that it's okay to play a quick session game or scroll through social media. But then it becomes a habit when it comes to the future. This end up distracting them from their actual work and their work productivity goes down. Plus, using social media or downloading games can also expose the company's network to security risks or viruses. So, I think it is not just about wasting time, but it also can affect the whole system of the company. What you guys think about it?
I agree with all of your guys' points, but I personally think that a company have a lack of restriction or firewalls that allowing employees to access to unauthorized sites. For example, let's say that an employee can just freely access to the sites like like gaming sites or even streaming platform without having any restriction from the company device. And I think that make them to be able to reach and play with their own device, doing other things other than working easier. So I feel like some companies should have a clear restriction and block unauthorized sites to avoid some of the employees to do other things on their company electronic device other than working. What do you guys think?
Um, I love your you guys' points. So for me, one of the factor is the high accessibility to entertainment apps and website on the company device. Uh, the the worker may spend more time on the non-work related activities, which can negatively impact their overall performance. On the other hand, the misuse of the websites and the company devices also can decrease the productivity and also have a potential security risk. Uh, from these factors, what do you think the consequences that may affect the company?
Basically, for me, I think for the general consequences will be to affect the company, which is the financial loss, because as you know, esport company actually barely get any profit compared to other company that on the other area. For example, if the staff misuse the device, and then the device get somehow broke or missing, it actually a big loss for the company, because company have to actually get a new one, which is cost a lot of money, because the device that we provide actually very high rating one. What you guys think?
So for me, uh, the company may cause delay or poor teamwork, uh, and even a bad image if client notice the unprofessional behavior of the employee. So when this happen, client may lose trust in company ability to manage its staff and complete work on time. And over time, this could affect the company reputation and make it harder to attract new customer or business opportunity. What about other consequences?
I think other consequences that I can think of is probably going to be overloaded on the work for other employers because of the irresponsible staff that doesn't do the work because they using like the device to play games or to use social media, so it has lack on the work, so it can reduce it can increase the workload for the other employees. So is there any other consequences that you can guys think of?
Mm, I agree with all of your points, but I think one of the main consequences is a decrease in employee productivity and work performance. Um, if you think when staff spend work hours on things like gaming or social media, they are not fully focused on their required tasks. Even if they think it is just a short gaming session or short scrolling social media, it adds up and affect how much their work gets done. Over the time pass by, their performance drops, and because they are not giving their full attention to their main responsibilities. And for the company, this means that the slower progress when the employee doesn't finish the task in required time and miss the deadlines. And overall, it will be consequence to the lower works quality. It can also affect team performance, and it makes other people frustrate with the employees that make the mistake. I think that is the main consequences. What do you guys think?
I totally agree with your point, Akim, but I would love to add another point as the consequences, which is cybersecurity threats. So basically, when employees use their company device to do other things that other than working, they might download files or even click on other some of the untrusted sources link that could make you know, nowadays there's a lot of like scamming tactic using like links or fake emails and stuff like that. So I feel like when they use their company device to do other things, especially other than working, they might unintentionally expose their maybe company data or confidential information, and that could actually threat their own company operation. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I do agree with Shami. I also want to highlight on the potential security risk. Just like Shami said just now, when the employee use the devices to use the entertainment apps or other websites, they might expose the both of the staff or the company to data leak, or even worse is malware infections. While they using the device to use for the website or other entertainment apps, they might intentionally download malicious files or access to the unsecure website or platform that might compromising to the sensitive company data that that can cause the network integrity. Uh, what do you guys think about all the consequences and factors that we have just stated just now?
I think the consequences, for all the consequences that we just discussed now is valid. And then I think this is the time that we have to talk about the solutions for how we have to stop these consequences. So I think for me, it's going to do for the solutions that we can stop this is probably will implement clear policy and also a better company rules. So the staff and employees can understand and know well about the rules instead of not knowing and doesn't have the knowledge about the usage of the device. So is there any solutions that are better than me that you can guys think of?
For me, basically we just have to hire one person who will be responsible for the device and track what the staff doing. So actually will be become easy for the company to actually monitor for the misuse of the electronic device, and that person will be having a big responsibility to manage. And also anything happen with the device, we can actually just go through with that person, and we can actually name it as a device manager. I think that's all for my point. How about you guys?
So for me, another way to solve the problem is by giving employees the training or proper awareness program about the proper device usage. So the company can explain why it is important to use the device only for works, and how misuse can affect everyone performance, especially the cybersecurity aspect. So beside that, the management can beside that the company can set up a reward system for the employee to encourage employee who stay focused and use the device properly. So how about other solution?
Mm, I think other good solution is to use monitoring software to track device activity during work hours. By this way, the company can see how the employees are actually using their company devices, like whether they are focusing on their task or they are doing other things or on non-work stuff. When people know they are being watching or their activity is being monitored, they are usually being more careful and disciplined. Plus, it helps management identify any misuse early and take action before it becomes a big problem. I think by doing this solution, it can help to boost the work productivity for the company. What do you think, Shami?
Yeah, I'll agree with all of your points. But here I think that we actually need to encourage our coworkers to remind each other and support each other. Let's say an employee notice his coworker is playing with a phone by maybe like playing games or maybe some other entertainment. Instead of reporting the issue to the higher ups, they can just gently advise or remind each other uh, so that there will not be any, like hating each other and stuff like that. So instead of like we report to the higher up and the person involved receiving punishment, we can just remind them before it going overboard. And this actually improve our teammate and mutual respect between each other. What do you guys think, Jericho?
Thank you, Remy. I do love your points where you say the employee need to encourage other fellow employees. But the company also take responsibility in this case where the company should conduct a regular awareness or a training sessions to promote a digital responsibility among the employees. This session can help staff to understand the risk of inappropriate device use, especially for the new recruits, since they are still new, so they are not very familiar with the policy or the risk of using the device, misuse of device. So the em- so by this training, the employee also can learn the importance of data security and the best practice for maintaining a secure digital environments. So I think that's my suggestions toward the factors. What do you guys think?
Okay. I think we already talked about factors, consequences, and also solutions. So I think, what do you guys think about the best solutions that we can implement for our company? I think for my best solutions is either monitoring, but I am in between NAQIM and also Adam Zaki point for the solutions. I think I'm gonna go with Adam because I think having someone to actually monitor is much more better than having software because I trust human more. I trust someone that can actually um, knowledge. Okay, so what do you guys think of the best solutions that you can think of? Or do you guys agree with me? Anyone? Adam?
I think you get the point, but I like my point more. But actually, I have more liking your point, Daniel, about the policy. But if you guys agree with the my point, you guys can state your reason why.
Yeah, I totally agree with Daniel and Adam about the point that having someone monitor is one of the best solution. I think this is because let's say when we want to do something and there is actually someone that monitor us, the employee involved will feel a little bit like scared just in case the person in charge of monitoring notice you do something inappropriately and that person might report you to the higher up or your managers about your misconduct and you will receive punishment for it. What do you guys think?
I think all the suggestion and solutions are valid, but as the Daniel said, I think the Adam points is I think the most effective because uh, we need other fellow employees to monitor others since uh, some like Kim said just now, we also can use the software monitoring, but we don't know when the software or the system might run down or maintenance. So I think by using by using humans or human monitoring is more effective in my perspective. What do you guys think, Faris and Akim?
So for me, the Adam solution is the best because it's easy and it doesn't need a cost to do that because you have to use the human, right? So human monitor other human is the easy way other than making a new system or something like that. It's more easy and more effective. What about Nakim?
I also agree with Adam Zaki point because I think someone human need to explain to their colleagues that doing the wrong things about the policy, because I think when you use the software it might get down or any NS. So I think human are the best solution for this um, for this problem. I think we all have agree on Adam Zaki point. So that's it.
So thank you everyone for attending this meeting. So I hope we can get the conclusion, and also we can work our best for our company. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everybody
Thank
for your
you.
Thank you.
cooperation.